can I be a bit picky here? Can we have the attribute polygon up instead of the biography?
Oh my god. Yeah. Whatever helps.
Sorry.
Whatever helps. Do you see
I'm
what
a
I have to
visual
deal
learner.
with? Do you see
I'm
what
a
I have to
visual
deal
learner, okay? I have to see it.
Visual
It's
learner.
different.
I am continuing my never-ending quest to see if stars are reliable at all in Football Manager. Joining me to help me do this, one of the greatest minds in the game, Jack.
No one's ever been so, like, complimentary than that. They're one of the greatest minds. I can tell you now, they're absolutely useless stars, and we're going to prove it today.
All right,
maybe.
and that's none of this nonsense. He's poisoning the minds of the youth. What we're going to do today is we have created a save, basic database, basic everything. We have done it with an unemployed coach, which means we can see all of the attributes because we turned attribute masking off, but we can't see the star rating. We're going to go to Manchester City. We're going to look at 10 players. We're going to choose what we think the star rating is. And we spend more time playing this game than any healthy, sane human being should, which means we should be able to get most of these right. We will see if we can actually do that. Are you optimistic? Do you think we can do this?
I'm more optimistic because it's at the start of a save game. So, you know, the form hasn't poisoned the star ratings yet. Because I feel like when players play well, like, it just ruins the stars and they become useless. I'm quietly confident. I don't know if I'll beat you, but I think what we're going to prove here is that we play too much Football Manager.
Probably. But that, you know, I feel like my entire online presence already proves that. Like, if you don't know that about me, you probably don't know anything else about me.
True. Yeah, I hadn't considered that. I mean, I'm looking at, you know, the first player that we've got here. I'm upset about the dollars and per year wages.
That's not even, that's not
I know
not
it's
relevant.
not relevant to the video, but it just upsets me.
I'm going to make it per month. That's the only thing worse than per year, in my opinion. Per
You're
month.
just trying to make it worse.
Yeah,
you could put it in like, what currencies are there in Football Manager?
We're
I don't
about to
even
find
know.
out, I can tell you that much.
I'm glad that we're staying on track immediately today.
Oh, absolutely. Let's see. Currency. Okay, here we go. We have the peso, the Bulgarian lev, the Costa Rican colon, the Icelandic kroner, Kuwaiti
I'm actually
dinar.
amazed how many there are here.
There's
I
a
was
lot.
not
There are
expecting
a
this
lot of
many
these.
options.
The new Taiwan dollar.
Big fan of that currency.
Okay, well, that's where we're going. The new Taiwan dollar, and we are going monthly wages. Let's make it.
No one's
ugly.
ever done this combination before.
Nope.
Like, we're pioneering Football Manager content.
I'm actually
here.
probably about to short circuit the entire game. Like, it's just going to break. All of my saves are going to be deleted. It's going to be like Taiwan currency not added to current version. And my computer
word.
catches on fire. Oh, there we go. He's worth
He's valued at-
2.82 billion? Holy. Wow.
Oh, dear.
The Taiwanese, I mean, he's making nearly 50 million Taiwanese dollars a month.
I mean,
That's
he's
his wage.
millionaire. I mean, he probably is a millionaire in real life, but he's more of a millionaire now.
No, he's a billionaire. It takes
that's
him,
true.
20 months to become a billionaire in Taiwanese dollars?
I mean, we're assuming here that he's not going to go to Barcelona in a year and then not get paid.
Yeah, he's going to go to Barcelona, get asked to take a 70% pay cut for Messi to stay. Messi leaves, and then it's like any other.
No, he's going to get
nasty
injured
team
again.
Drama, yeah.
Just like he is
Suspicious.
now to start, actually. Do we think that's going to impact the stars, the fact he's got torn knee ligaments to start?
I mean, you actually worked for the game. Do I think an injury impacts the stars? Outside of removing the form from the player, I don't think it does.
Yeah, I don't think it will either. Not at the start of the save game. I mean, the stars are pretty nonsensical anyway. I remember when I worked on Football Manager like half a decade ago, people would post on the forums like complaining, how come Phil Jones is only 2.5 stars for Manchester United when he's a regular starter at centre-back? And it's like, that's not, the stars aren't accurate. Please don't complain about star ratings for players like the research is wrong. Although, for Phil Jones, it probably was correct.
Phil Jones. Who, honestly, there are so few people that can make playing for a club as big as Manchester United not cool. And I feel like Phil Jones makes it not cool.
Well, I've signed him in my recent FM save, and he's now retiring aged 32. He's not a very good footballer, everyone. I mean, it proves that anyone can play for Manchester United.
Oh, boy. I did open the door for you on that one.
I'd like to apologize. If Phil Jones is watching, I'm sorry. I realise, should we start, Z? Because otherwise we may never finish this video. You said 10 players. We've not even started and we've been going for like 10 minutes.
How dare you distract me? I blame you. All right. This call's over. I'm going to bring in somebody else. It was really nice talking to you. Sorry about that. It must have been some sort of a weird glitch, actually. I wasn't serious. Okay.
For the people who can't tell, he just hung up on me on Discord. He left.
Anyways, cool transition. Time to do this. Number 1. You have very arbitrarily 20 seconds to provide a star rating that you think Sergio Aguero is, and I will write it down. Go.
Media description, elite striker. It's Sergio Aguero. He is 32, but he's still pretty important to Man City. I reckon he is a 4 or a 4.5 star. I'm going to go with 4 star, just because I feel like in FM21, it's way harder to get a player to have 5-star ability or even 4.5 star.
I was going to go 4 because you know what they love is either footedness.
It's true. Like that just instantly like inflates the values of players ridiculously.
Yeah. So I will go. Ooh, no, I can't go 4.5. I don't know if anybody's 4.5 around here, but
Maybe
I'm gonna
De
go
Bruyne?
4. Maybe De Bruyne. I mean, we'll see. We have 10 different players that we're going to look at,
It's
and they're
true.
going to be from all different levels of everything. So that's 1 on Aguero. We're both at 4 stars, so we're either both right or both wrong. You always sort by Taiwanese dollar value. Here we go. Let's look at. Here's De Bruyne. Check those attributes out. You think he's 1/2 better than Aguero?
Oh, I didn't realize how good he was in Football Manager. Like his physicals are a bit. And Football Manager does kind of value, I feel like, physicals quite highly. Just ignoring Football Manager knowledge, he's Man City's best player on his day. So if there's anyone who's going to be like 4.5 or 5 star, it's KDB, surely. I'm going to go 4.5 stars. He's good. I can't hear you, Z. I heard like a noise like the microphone got pulled out. If you can hear me.
I made that noise. I was thinking.
Oh, okay. It was like a...
No, I'm going for 4.5 stars. We're completely.
He's just copying me.
I am. I'll go first. Fine, I'll go first for the next 2. I'll go first for the next 2.
Then I'm going to copy you instead.
No, well, don't. Be your own man, Jack. God, goodness gracious me.
Okay.
Ruben Diaz, at the start of the database, he's 23, he's frisky. He's worth only 2.5 billion Taiwanese dollars, which makes a big difference. He gets I didn't know he gets crowd going as a player trait. That's fantastic. I mean, the mentals are great. This guy, I feel like, is a step worse. I feel like I'm going to go 3 flat. 3 flat on Ruben Diaz.
Okay, so in my head, I was thinking he'll either be 3 or 3.5. And I decided consciously, if you went for either of those, I'd go for the opposite. So Ruben Diaz, 3.5 stars.
That is a very scientific way to try and win this game that we are playing. Respect. It's a good, bold approach. Next, Jacques Ancello. He's fast. I feel like
very fast.
And he plays multiple positions, which is highly valued. I feel like you might set this up to where you go either direction again. There's no way he's 2. Although I could.
No, that's mental.
That would be pretty nuts if he was 2. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go 3 again, which feels a little weird because obviously Ruben Diaz is better. But I'm gonna go 3 again because he plays so many positions, and FM just loves that for star ratings.
In my head, I had 3. This was one where I was like, I think he's definitely a 3. And then you've gone with 3.
You can copy me if you want to. Because
maybe I'll just do one different throughout, and we'll just have a 1-point difference based on... Unless Ruben Diaz is then 4.5 star, and then the whole thing's ruined, and we just draw.
Screwed. Well, that's what would be embarrassing is if we both guess the same thing and then we're wrong.
I hadn't considered that. Considering that we've got 2 that are identical, maybe I should go different again. Like you said, though, he can play a load of positions, and his physicals are quite good. I'm kind of surprised he's not better defensively. I said Diaz was 3.5 star. I don't think Cancelo's as good, so I'm going to go 3 as well. I'm sorry, I'm going to be a sheeple.
Sheeple. Maybe it's a good thing for the star rating that we actually seem to be answering with the same thing every time. Like, it's consistent.
That's true. Maybe we'd be great, like, scouts or assistant report providers in Football Manager.
Maybe. All right, next! Phil Foden, you're up first.
He's good, isn't he? I mean, maybe that's recency bias because he was okay at the Euros. Can play a load of positions. I've actually got him in my save that I'm doing at the moment, so I feel like I want to be a bit positively biased. But this is Man City we're talking about. Oh, I'm thinking 3.5 or 4. And the reason I'm thinking that is just because I think he's got a lot of 14s and 15s. If a few of those were 16s and lime green, we'd be going crazy over him. And because they're just, that little step below, you don't look at them the same way. I'm going to go 3.5. Just because you said really, so I think you want to go below 3.5 and 4. Feels ambitious.
I was thinking 2.5 kind of initially. I might step that up to a 3 full, but I really honestly think he could be a 2.5. And then obviously his potential is like 5 stars in the game or whatever. But his current ability, what he can do right now. What is scaring me is he has 3 player traits and he plays 4 positions at least accomplished, which is something that pads your star rating for sure. I'll type it in for you. Here, you get your 3.5 and I'm going to get my 3.
Okay.
I'm going to undercut you a little bit.
See,
It could be 2.5. It could be 2.5.
Neither of us ever play as Man City.
No.
Like, we don't manage. I don't manage these kind of teams. So I'm just going off what my scouts would normally say if I'm managing like Scunthorpe Town. I say Scunthorpe Town. Isn't it? It's Scunthorpe United. Sorry to the people of Scunthorpe.
I would have never.
Great away day though.
We could have sat here for 3 years. I would have never caught that. Great away day. Have you been to Scunthorpe?
I have. I actually had the most vigorous pat down search at Scunthorpe. I don't know if I looked dodgy or what, or maybe the guy was just a bit, I don't know. I mean, look, I was like 18 at the time. It was traumatic. I've been on many away days. Scunthorpe was something else. Different energy there.
Different gravy.
It's true. It was different gravy.
Zinchenko. I'm up first on this. I am going to go hard, firm 2.5 on Alexander Zinchenko.
So I actually held up the star number that I thought you were going to go with. I thought you were going to go with 2. Now, the issue is he plays everywhere, doesn't he?
Yeah, he plays every position. He's so aggressively decent.
Where do you want to play, Alexander? Just let me play. I'm going to go 2. I'm going to go 2. I think Football Manager does dirty certain types of players, and I think the 2 players that kind of get done dirty when it comes to their ability are players like Alphonso Davies, where they're really quick, and players like Zinchenko, where they can play a load of positions. Like, just the way that they do the ratings, because the more positions you play or the faster you are, like, that eats up more of your current ability, and I think it makes certain players just not very good in game who probably are a bit better, and I think this guy's one of them.
It's a shame for Alexander then. John Stones. You have to go first on this one. Congratulations.
Okay. I feel like I'm getting all the English players first. I feel like you're trying to feed into my bias there and then run with it. I'm thinking about him compared to Ruben Dias. What did I give Ruben Dias? I can't remember.
3.5.
I think John Stones is probably, dare I say, he's better. Can you compare the 2 of them for us? Am I allowed to request that? It's like being in a spelling bee and asking for it in a sentence.
It works. It makes sense, I guess. What do you want to see? Do you want to see this? Did you want to see this?
I want to see that. See, they're very similar, but in different ways. This has been the most difficult one so far because I've got the reference point of what I've already said.
You probably made it more difficult for yourself. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I kind of wish I hadn't had this factor. I'm going to go 3.5. I'm going to go 3.5.
Okay,
I think he's got very good ball playing ability, and I think that will feed quite well into his stars.
3.5. You ready? I'm going.
If you go 2.5, I'm about to flip.
I am. I'm going 2.5.
I don't even know what to say to that, folks. Like, it's mad. When it's now 3, we're both gonna look like fools.
Well, at least we're equidistant from it. I honestly think he'll end up being 2.5. I think center backs are not rewarded for being a little better passing.
That's true, actually. I hadn't considered that.
Well, before you can change your mind, moving on, Kyle Walker. I have to go first. I don't know why I said that.
I'm just looking at the fact. I'm looking at the fact he can play in goal.
Wait, wow, what? Has he ever?
He has played in. He's done that once or twice. When Man City have had no subs left of their goalkeepers over the years, he has gone in goal.
Incredible save by Kyle Walker as goalkeeper against Atalanta. Okay, is Kyle Walker a goalkeeper? He's played it once. It looks like that's hilarious. And then they just went on and included it as a position that he can play.
I feel like every FM researcher, as soon as one of their players goes in goal, it's like, right, give him some goalkeeping ability.
Yeah, boom, goalkeeping rating of 4. Incredible. Well, he's got that burst of pace. This is the trick, though. I have no idea where I'm going to put Walker on this because he's fast. But that's kind of it.
I mean, it's your go to go first here.
I keep trying to pawn it off on you and keep forgetting.
I know. I've noticed that. I'm not falling for your mind games here. This is like a proper game show at this point. I hope we've got fancy graphics when the scores are revealed.
Da-na-na-na! So I am going 3.5. I think that he obviously plays a lot of positions. I think the pace is going to weight it enough. I think he's 3.5 stars.
I'll go 3 just to be different. I think it's very marginal between the 2, but I'll go 3. If I just go for the same as you, it's not as entertaining as if we have some different answers. And I was thinking 3 straight away, to be fair. So I've not actually been influenced by what you've done. I just think he's very meh.
Very meh. Speaking of meh, Nathan Ake, and he's yours. You have to go first.
Oh, God. I feel like I'm rating, but I don't think I've gone below a 3 yet. And I don't know if I am going to go below a 3.
You put Zinchenko on a 2. What do you mean?
Yeah, but that's Zinchenko in it. You look at his attributes, he's just a bit rubbish.
Tough out here for the Ukrainians.
I know, sorry. I'll go 3 for Ake.
3?
I feel like in general, like the coach reports are quite generous. Like, because you're always comparing it to like the youth prospects in the team. So like, even though Ake relative to the first team probably isn't as high as a 3, I think across all the players at Man City, like he'll be a little bit better.
I'm giving him a 2. This is where I go to. He's a 2, he says breathlessly. Yeah, I'm giving him a 2. Come on.
Unbelievable. You've done him dirty there. You've got high standards.
Well, so does Manchester City. Isn't that what we're here for?
I mean, they signed him, so they might have high standards sometimes.
Last one is Fernandinho, which I think I have to go first on this. This was tough because he's really old.
I have got a number in my head.
Is it 2.5? Because that's what I'm doing.
No, we're going to be different again here, I think.
Really? Yeah. What are you getting?
We started off the same. I was going to go 3.5, but I think I'm going to go 3 on the basis that you've gone 2.5. It's whoever's closest, right? Just to check.
You have to hit it to get a point. Okay, you have to hit it to get a point. You can't just like hedge your bet by going 1 over me.
I'm gonna go 3 just because his physicals are a little tad underwhelming.
I feel like old players just don't have high star ratings. They just don't. You end up. It's like you have a lead weight strapped to your ankle when you're a really old player trying to get a good star rating. Do you feel comfortable and confident in your answers?
No, not at all.
Good. Well, we've made our 10 picks. It's time to now add a new head coach.
I am nervous for this. I feel like we've claimed we play a lot of football, or football manager rather. Let's not get carried away here.
Are you asking me to run right now, Jack? Because that's not going to happen.
Potentially. Should we go out and have a kickabout?
First one. The great unveiling. And in case you were wondering, the competitive integrity was preserved. We did all 10 without looking up the answers because, that would have affected the way we answered the questions in the future. We would have had a baseline, and I like to think both of us would have been right every time if we got like the first 2 and could see them. So we've done all 10, and now we can see the answers without it affecting our whatever.
I'm way too nervous for this.
I feel the anxiety coming through right now.
I just don't want to be wrong.
Well, first we need to make sure. I'm going to go like edit a coach real quick so that we have.
Whoa.
I know. Well, I'm going to edit the coach so that we have a perfect, the opinion's perfect. So Rodolfo Borrell.
If we didn't do that, we might have an out.
That's true. We would have, but judging player ability is now 20 on our boy here. Boom. Rodolfo Borrell. Because that's the guy, right?
He is the mastermind behind Man City's success in recent years, if you didn't know, folks.
Rodolfo Borrell. All right, player reports are there. Rodolfo Borrell's in charge of them. Who is first? Aguero?
Okay, so what did we put here, just to remind the people?
We both put 4 stars on Aguero. Ladies and gentlemen, Sergio Aguero. We were right. Let's go.
I can't believe it.
We both have...
I can't believe it.
We both have 1 point.
We've now peaked. It's all downhill from here, I'm afraid to say.
That was... Well, it could have gone so wrong on the first guess if we both just missed. It would have been an absolute disaster. But we were right. Aguero's a 4-star player. Just make sure it is our boy Rodolfo that's providing the reports. It is. All right. We both have 1 point apiece. Second, De Bruyne, we both said 4.5. I feel like
he's 4-star, if he's 4-star, I'm gonna be so upset.
Oh, we have to be right. Here it is. Yes!
I can't believe it, Z. The issue is we've now gone different, so we can't both be joint happy here now.
I know, but
from this point onwards.
What we've proved is that we aren't going to lay an absolute egg on this. Like, we've at least hit a couple off the top. If you finish the video now, we look super cool. We're tied at 2 out of 2. Oh, thank you.
Should we just end the video here?
Yeah, all right. See you guys. Yeah. Manscaped. See you guys later. Cool. Ruben Diaz. I had 3. Jack had 3.5. Watch it be just 4.
If it is, it's going to be a shame, isn't it?
Here we go. Oh.
Yes. Come on.
Jack
Does that
3.
make me more or less confident about the rest of them now?
Jack 3, Zealand 2.
I feel like my Zinchenko one's wrong. I know we're a little way away from that, but now based on what I've seen, I feel like I've made an error there.
Yeah. Do you realize what you just said? Based off your first 3 predictions being right, you feel like you've made an error.
I think I've lowballed him.
You were assuming you were going to be wrong at some point.
Because let's not forget that with this one, I just wanted to go with the opposite to you. I was thinking 3 or 3.5.
Thank you for saying that, reminding the people of that. This was
That's
all
true.
fate. Jean Cancello is next. We both put 3 stars, so I cannot pick up any ground on you, but it is 3-2 and you can stay perfect. You nailed it.
I can't actually believe how well this is going. I realise this is going to raise some suspicion that I've got the game open. I mean, like, I don't have a staff with 20 judging, and I would never manage Man City because it's just not the right thing to do in life.
Only a guilty person would bring that up to try and clear their name.
I mean, it's just not true. I mean, I'll show you. I've not even got Football Manager open, actually.
Only a guilty person would bring that up to try and clear their name.
It's just not true, Z.
It is true. It's the only reason I'm losing.
Need an excuse.
Yeah, all right,
I like the fact
Foden.
I'm sat there thinking maybe he's right.
All right, Foden is next. You have 4. I have 3.
I've gone way too high.
You've gone 3.5 on Foden. I have gone 3. Ladies and gentlemen, who is right? But Zealand! Let's go! 4-4 through 5. Oh, I'm so happy. I need a few more.
The flawless record's gone, hasn't it? I mean, I feel like I've let a lot of people down there. I overrated him because he's English, just like the Football Manager researchers. What can I say?
Well, I was right. 5-star potential as well. That's what he's got in there.
14 pros and 1 con.
Con is just jumping reach. It's just not high quality. I honestly was thinking he might be 2.5. I'm happy I got it right at 3. We have 5 left. We are tied at 4. The drama could not be more peak. And next
I was about
up
to say, I'm glad that it's close.
Oh, well, I appreciate you.
Oh, no.
Up next is Alexander.
So what did we say here?
You
Remind
said
me.
2. You
that
said
was so
2,
low.
and I said 2.5. Yes! 5-4. Jack's missed 2 straight. Oh,
so
huge.
I started too hot, didn't I? I've just, I couldn't sustain it.
Flew too close to the sun with a perfect 4 for 4 to start. I understand. There's plenty of fables that were warning you, though. You just.
I remain adamant. He's not very good.
You think 2.5 is a little high? Obviously.
Yeah. Like I'm giving him 2.
He plays 25 positions.
As few as 25.
Yeah, I know. Well, he's no Phil Jones. It's just so hard to not give him a 2.5 stars. And you have to sit here and listen to me explain why I was right on this, which is something I really appreciate. Like, well, it's all the positions. Clearly, Jack, I don't know how you didn't see that. John Stones, this is a fun one because you went 3.5 and I went 2.5.
That's mental. You've done it. Like, what did John Stones do to you?
Watch me be right.
If you're right, I'm going to just walk away, just so you're aware.
Here we go. Okay. It's 5-4 through 6. I've only missed 1. I'll have you know. Here we go. Oh, we were both wrong. Oh.
If it had been 2.5, I was ready to just wheel off away from my desk into the distance.
So
I find it mad that he's half a star worse than Ruben Diaz.
I don't. I mean, I would think in real life he's probably half a star worse than Ruben Diaz.
Can we do something cheeky here?
Okay.
Can we check their actual current ability with the editor? Just because neither of us are going to manage them.
153. Ruben Diaz.
I think they could be quite similar.
160.
Okay. About like I don't have 20 judging player ability, everyone. Do I? Clearly, that's the issue.
I mean, I get it. It's understandable. At least
I was really hoping they'd both be the same, and then we could both stand up and scream stars are pointless, and the whole point of this video is justified.
Honestly, right now, with 20 judging player ability and no form in it, stars seem pretty darn on the nose.
Yeah.
But we'll save our grand takeaways for the end. It's still Zealand 5.
I can't believe you thought he was 2.5 stars. Did you just hate him?
No, I just thought that he was a center back and his attributes are not distributed well for center back. That's what I thought. Fair. Thank you. And well, now you come out here with your pitchforks and you're trying to skewer me and rake me over the coals in this one, and that's just not, I'm
not even a John Stones fan. I want to make it clear. I don't have Stones on the back of my England shirt or anything.
I have Pulisic on the back of mine. So Kyle Walker is next. You gave him 3. I gave him 3.5. So there's an opportunity for you to pick up a point here, or for me to stretch the lead.
If you stretch the lead, it's just a shame, innit?
Oh, dude, really?
I know that you
3.
can't see it, but I am genuinely acting like I'm on a game show. Like the anticipation for every answer to come through. Like I'm on edge. So wait, what are the scores on the doors?
It's 5-5 with 2 left.
Did we go for the same on these, or they?
The last 2, we went different on both of them. Nathan Ake and Fernandinho. You've gone 3 on both. I went 2 on Ake and 2.5 on Fernandinho. We are tied at 5.
Are you concerned about those low star ratings?
I'm not. I think now Ake might be a bit of a reach, but I just think that's where he ends up because it's relative to Man City. I think Fernandinho's probably right. I have a good feeling about the Fernandinho pick, but we'll see. There's 2 left, and it's going to determine who wins this. We are tied at 5 through 8. Both of us have missed 3. You just hit Kyle Walker. Nathan Ake, I went 2. Jack went 3. Oh, we were both wrong. That is such a...
It's just a shame, innit? It's just a great big shame. Imagine if we're just both wrong on the last one. Do we have a tiebreaker then?
I have no idea. We did not. There's no way we thought that far into this.
I feel like we've invented a new way to play Football Manager that's more fun than just playing matches.
It is. I mean, I feel like I need to be wearing a tuxedo with one of those long pull mics. Like, next we have, Stacy from Oklahoma. And
we somehow need to get a Wheel of
stars.
Fortune into it. I do have a Wheel of Fortune. Would you like me to go get my wheel? I can make it feel more game showy. Give me a moment.
Yes, please do that.
I've added a wheel behind me. It makes it really brings the set together, I think, for our new game show.
Thank you, because this last one's probably going to determine the whole thing. It's Fernandinho.
Refresh us on the numbers here.
I had 2.5. You had 3. We both missed Nathan Ake. We are both 5 for 9, which I feel like is a little worse than we would have hoped, but that's okay. It's been competitive. Here we go. Oh my God, we both.
It's a disaster. It's a disaster.
No.
I said 3.5, and then I went down because you went 2.5.
You were.
It's just a great big shame, innit?
We both went 5 for 10. We had a disaster class in the back half there.
There's only one way we can now decide this thing.
And what's that?
We have to guess Phil Jones's star rating for Manchester
Oh
United.
my God, don't we? Okay. All right, hold on.
It's the only way we can do this, right?
We have to guess Phil Jones' star rating at Manchester United. And I'm okay.
Oh, God, he's worse than I realized.
So bad. Who goes first? It's you. It's your turn to go first. So it's
That's
all you.
Fair. 2.5 feels generous, doesn't it?
Then again, I gave it 2.5, and the dude was a 3.5, so I'm a little shaken.
I don't know what to give. He's out for 7 to 8 months. Does that matter?
I don't think so. It didn't on Aguero, anyways. I think you're in the clear.
I think it's 2 or 2.5. I'm gonna go with 2.5, but that almost feels generous.
Oh no.
Were you thinking 2.5?
Yeah.
I mean, you let me go first, so we've not
I
thrashed out these rules.
I know.
Do you think it's more likely to be lower or higher? I mean, it can't be 3, right?
Why?
Right?
I mean, what do I know? It could be, apparently.
I mean, Fernandinho. I was about to say it could be like Fernandinho. I'm thinking that Phil Jones is like 35. He's 28. Everyone.
I'm gonna go 2. I think it's got to be lower. If we're gonna go a different direction, it's got to be lower, and I think it's a 2.
It's all on this.
It's all here. Wait.
We need a United manager now, right, don't we? The anticipation's ruined. Join us after this ad.
Hi, I'm Zealand Shannon. You may remember me as the American Football Manager tutorial guy, Streamer Showdown champion, and Tuvalu enthusiast. I'm here to talk to you today about Zealand Live, the YouTube channel where all my previous Twitch streams are uploaded. There are also edited down versions if you don't have the time to watch the full streams and just want to catch up. By the way, don't forget to smash the subscribe.
The presentation, I feel like, of this game show needs some work, but I've got a wheel and it does actually spin. You probably can't hear it because the mic puts it out. It's landed on 1 million. I don't know what that means, but 1 million.
Nobody does. Here we go. Phil Jones.
Oh, right. So 2.5 for me, 2 for you. This is if he's now 3, we just quit. We both end as losers,
lose.
I feel.
If it's 3, we both lose. Nobody wins. But it's 2. No!
Yes! I'm so happy. Does this mean I get to come on next time as reigning champion? Is that how this works?
It's like
I can't believe it.
It's like Jeopardy. You snowball your winnings. In fairness, I kind of wanted to go 2.5, but I felt like if it wasn't 2.5, it was going to be low. It was
never going to be free. It is mental how bad he is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like for someone,
pretty
look
incredible.
At his wages. I mean, I realise you can't actually tell what his wages are because we're playing in Taiwanese dollars, but it's a lot.
Taiwanese dollars per month. 24 million Taiwanese dollars a month. I would take that. Buy a nice villa in Taiwan. I think I'm going to leave this on. I have to go stream now. I'm just going to play in Taiwanese dollars. You have a wonderful day.
Just don't acknowledge it to anyone.
All right, Jack, if you want to watch Jack's stuff, the links are down in the description. I appreciate you joining me today. I don't appreciate you beating me.
I'm sorry. I'm never coming back, so it's been an honor.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed your moment in the sun.
I've been blacklisted from the channel. Bye, everyone.
You'll never be
I'm taking my wheel with me and I'm wheeling away. Goodbye, Z. I'm shuffling.
Oh, mad that I lost.